Well, good day to you. It is the 23rd of February, and I don't know where you are, but wherever you are, I hope you're having a great day. My name is Gary Willing. I want to welcome everyone to Search for Signs and just point out, if you know this information or you don't, wherever you are, find yourself, you can always learn more by just checking out some of the websites that I provided links for in the description portion of these videos. We talk about this information a lot, talking about Maitreya, about his priorities. These websites talk about that in some way. Some more directly, like the Share International site, some more indirectly talking about many of the miracle signs or things about, let's say, some of the priorities like the Marshall Plan and those kind of things. So that's why I put them in there, for you to do some research and to kind of verify if what I'm saying is true. And you might not see that it's true for yourself at the end of this. So that's why I put it in there. You're free to do however you want to do it. So hopefully you'll take advantage of it, look into this information, educate yourself better about it, and know more about it. Want to join the discussion and learn more about it that way? Post your comment, post your question in the comment section. Email me at searchforsigns@mail.com. People have even taken time out of their busy day to send me links to articles or images of something pertaining to what we talk about here, and I really do appreciate everyone who's done that as well. So thank you so much for doing that. But Christopher McBride, you sent me an email. Thank you very much. Found it very interesting. Let's see, who else? Jaime, thank you for your comment. We'll talk about yours in just a second. Brett Curtis, is it Ella Bulga, and Jocelyn Bolduc. You actually get the record this week for the most number of 1 or 2 word comments. So anyway, thank you very much for the comments nonetheless. I didn't really understand what you're trying to say to me, but anyway, thank you for the comments. Now, Christopher McBride, if you are listening to this, thank you so much for sending me those images. I am unfortunately not going to post it up on Facebook because I can't verify whether that's true or not. So the images he sent me were of some orbs that people were thinking maybe came from outer space some kind of way. Now, truth be told, there were some orbs that were discovered in some gardens, I think in Japan, if I'm not mistaken. It's been a long time since I read this in Share International magazine, but Benjamin Creme's master said they were put there by the Space Brothers centuries ago, and they had energetic purposes as to why they put them in there. So, and they look very much like the orbs that you had images of down the beach, I think is what it was, right? But I don't know. I can't verify it, so I'm not going to put it up there. But thank you so much for doing it. I really do appreciate it. And if you find anything else, send it my way. Yeah, but like I said, those are very much, could very much be from the Space Brothers. Again, if you don't know what I'm talking about in terms of the Space Brothers, according to Benjamin Creme, according to George Adamski, who had contact with these beings from outer space, they are here helping us. They're here on a spiritual mission. They mean us no harm. They have been helping and guiding humanity since the dawn of time, but are really active now to help keep everything safe and together and livable on this planet, because we are destroying the environment at such an alarming pace. If it wasn't for their help and effort, we would all probably be all nearly dead, if not all dead. So anyway, but that's why they're here doing it and what they're doing. They come from our higher planets and our sister planets in the solar system, but they're higher humanity on those sister planets like Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, maybe Mercury, and some of the other ones. But there's life on every single one of the planets in our solar system, according to these masters. They're just living on higher levels of physicality above gas, known as the etheric. Not on different planes of existence, not coming from another dimension. They're on the physical plane, but their vibration is so high that unless you have etheric vision, you can't see them. But the evidence of the work and activity of these Space Brothers and their UFOs, for instance, is becoming almost undeniable, to the point where I think governments now, even like the United States, which I thought would be the last one to finally admit that they had been keeping the truth of the Space Brothers from their people, are even starting to come out more and more every single year, giving little bits of truth here or there, little truth nuggets about these Space Brothers and the UFO activity and that kind of thing. So, but thank you very much for the picture. Jaime, what'd you have to say? Good try, man, but simply denying and attempting to ridicule me is pathetic. Now, first of all, let me stop right there. I wasn't trying to ridicule you. I was just being sarcastic. Now, a lot of people don't appreciate my sarcasm. My wife's one of them. She can't stand it when I'm sarcastic with her. Other people find it very funny. You apparently didn't find it funny, but I wasn't trying to ridicule you. Don't take it like that. Sometimes when we talk about things like this, and people have a totally different view, especially somebody like yourself that's totally against what I'm saying, humor sometimes is the best way to kind of open the door. And that's all I try to do. To be honest, that's all I'm trying to do. I wasn't trying to ridicule you. I've never said anything about what you believe and ridiculing your beliefs on anything. Never said anything like that. Although people do that about me, but I don't do it to them. You are clearly pushing the same beep that the Lucis Trust does, which we all know was originally Lucifer Publishing, which is true. That actually was Lucifer Publishing, but of a different meaning. And if you study where the origin of that word, the meaning of what Lucifer means does not, what the Christians make it to mean has nothing to do with the meaning of that word really means. Now, I wish they would have been a little bit more politically correct 100 or so years ago, because I think it wasn't a good idea for them to name it that, but it comes from the Latin word meaning bringer of light, and that's what they were talking about. So Lucifer is not Satan, as the Christians believe Lucifer to be, although that's how they use it. So to me, language is really agreement. So more people agree upon the use of the word Lucifer being a connotation of Satan than the bringer of light. So it's best not to talk about it in that way, because until the other billion or so Christians actually start to see it for what it really is, what's the point of using that as a name, as far as I'm concerned? But that's not what they meant by that. But I understand why you say that. But anyway, and now whether you believe what Alice Bailey was talking about in there, it doesn't make it SHIT. It just means you don't believe it. I don't think it's SHIT at all. I think it's quite enlightening teachings, but you might not see it that way, which is fine, but it's just, you don't have to harp on it like that. It truly makes zero sense that you people, what do you mean you people, deny your own beliefs? I've never denied my beliefs, by the way, and instead pretend like nobody else knows your true beliefs. This is a common theme that comes up. Let me finish what your thought is. So you never have to talk about it and instead talk about the fluffy universal love and peace BS. You aren't fooling anybody. Well, if you think I'm trying to fool you, then don't come back. And maybe you won't ever listen to these videos again. That's fine. Now, I put up over 500 and something videos talking about my own experiences with Maitreya, talking about this story in one way, shape, or another. And if you went back and listened to every single one of those videos, which I don't expect anybody to do, but if you went back and listened to every one of those videos, I've laid it out on the table in every single video, practically. I'm not hiding anything. But yet people always say that I'm hiding. So what am I hiding? You know what I'm saying? I believe what I believe, 100%. I know for a fact that I've had experiences with Maitreya because there have been things that have happened that are quite extraordinary that could not be explained in any other way. And then if I look at how it has changed my life by knowing this information, by meeting Maitreya, by some of the things that he has said to me and I've applied to my life, they've changed my life for the better. Jesus said a tree is known by its fruit. That's all you have to do. That's the judge of any teacher. If you apply the teachings and it works, then it must be a good teaching, and the teacher must be good. If you apply the teaching exactly how they teach it, and it doesn't do anything or it turns bad on you, then perhaps they weren't a good teacher. So, and it's universal. It can be in any area of life. We happen to be talking about spirituality, but the things that Maitreya has said to me, one thing very clearly, I never judge anyone on whether they're good or bad. I only notice the good things that they do. That's something he said to me. I applied it to my life. It's changed my life. It's changed my relationship with my people in my work and my family, changed the way that they view me, made us have stronger, better relationships. How is that evil? How is that bad? That's all you have to do is look at the tree. When they accused Jesus of being a demon, he said to them, well, if I'm a demon, then why am I casting out demons? Basically saying that makes no sense to do that. So it's the same thing applies to anybody, including Maitreya. So if you don't believe it, it's okay. It's not a big deal. I'm not trying to convince you to change your beliefs. But anyway, like I said, I apologize if you feel like I was ridiculing you, but I wasn't. Just trying to keep it light, man. But anyway, thank you very much for the comment nonetheless. All right. But also, too, to swing back through there, go back and listen to my videos and show me where I've said something that I don't believe. Or are you thinking that I don't believe it because you don't trust me, which is fine. You don't have to trust what I'm saying. That's why I'm not asking you to change your view on this. Just look at it. Is there any truth to it? Great. Investigate it, hopefully, for yourself. Check out some of the websites and those kind of things. Then you see there's no truth to it, no big deal. No harm, no foul. It didn't cost you anything. I haven't charged you anything. You haven't given me any money. So what's the point? You know what I mean? Makes no sense. But anyway, thank you very much for the comment. Now, I want to read an article coming from Benjamin Creme's master. It's entitled The Path to Divinity. I probably read this article before. Doesn't hurt to read it again. These articles can be read on the Share International site. If it's something that you want to know more about, know what makes these masters tick, what they perhaps will be teaching humanity in the future, how they'll be teaching humanity in the future, want to know more about who and what Maitreya is, what he truly means for humanity, the best way to do it is to read these articles coming from this master. Don't listen to me read it to you. I'm only reading it to people so you can maybe get an interest to go read it yourself, hands down. So this is The Path to Divinity, written by Benjamin Creme's master. Very soon now, the world will know that the long wait is over, that the Son of Man has kept his promise, and that a new era has begun. When men see him, they will understand the reasons for his appearance and the need for their cooperation. For he will outline the major needs for the time and invite their help in reconstructing the planet. Much there is to do, for a whole world awaits its transformation. Many hands are needed, for the changes involve all men. When Maitreya enters openly the stage of modern life, he will beckon to his side an army of willing helpers. Through them, he will administer and oversee the planet's restoration. Time now is short indeed before Maitreya's face will be seen, his presence known, his counsel listened to with care. His advice will cover the gamut of present ills and point the way to the amelioration and cure. His voice will speak for those who suffer most, the halt, the lame, the outcast, and the poor, for all who suffer silently and needlessly. He will galvanize those who long to help their brothers and set in motion a new crusade of service. Thus will it be. Thus will Maitreya inspire the formation of groups of planetary pioneers, whose task it will be to bring succor to the long-suffering needy of the world. A sustained program of aid, far outdistancing anything so far seen, will quickly restore the lives of those in greatest need. On all fronts, the obstacles to progress will be tackled one by one. The greed and selfishness so prevalent today will give place to a broader view of community. The basic needs of all will take priority. The new concern for nature and environment will be embodied in legislation universally accepted and will lead to a wise husbandry of nature's gifts. International travel on a massive scale will reduce the isolation and prejudice which narrows the vision and keeps in ignorance so many millions today. The hold on men's minds of the old ideologies will gradually weaken and give way to a new tolerance and trust. Thus will emerge a new atmosphere in which the most ambitious changes can take place in a spirit of goodwill. The general good will replace self-interest as a measure of men's actions, and in growing harmony, the peoples of earth will move forward into the new age. Thus will it be, and thus under the guidance of Maitreya and his group will men find themselves once more on the right path, the path to divinity. Remember to take action and help SOP save our planet. Thanks for listening, and we look forward to talking to you again in future videos.